It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the road is my home and there's so many milkers burning my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gang saying hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not. The stereotypes, they do not fit me. I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs. I'm not a guard. Go hard with a squad. I'm playing my part, but I'm LeBron. Wings of the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell. A couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well. Not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win for me. Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me. We eat together, leave the bill for me like. Hand on my heart, I give it all I got. Walk the walk and talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020. Yeah. VVS, clarity. Yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me, cause I like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, while I point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want. Yeah, call us dangerous, ain't too many can play with us. See what this game here taking us, no barber, ain't no fading us. I ain't really saying much, actions be louder than words, man. I just wanna be heard for your mom to your pop to the beat to the birds, man. Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. Yeah, I pissed so my frustration. I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. In the field like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
I got him. Check.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
Watch the screen. Hey, exit. Watch the screen.
On first and 10, Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There's a lot of debate about who is going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it two different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 26 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here you go.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Watch safety creeping. 20. Safety's creeping.
Newton. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hatchet. Hatchet. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Slam.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
I'm coming. Check your hot read. Switch. Check the backer. Back. 8.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Ready. Great. Watch 54. All day. Kill. 22, Jet Bomber. 22, Jet Bomber. Kill. Turn up. Tighten up. Hey, switch gears. Check 52. Shit.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Mike's the
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
A big pickup of 38. He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
Check.
Here's Madison running on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Rip left. Mike's 5-4. Time to go, night. Check 3. 2. You got tight right there.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 33.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Check 59. 6 man. Check curls. Out. Hey, check 24. Check SOS.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Mike is 59. Hey, come on. One. Shift. Kill. Leave it. Bring up 48. Okay, yo. Come. What's that?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Switch up. Gun.
From the 22, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. Leave it. Bring up 48. Mike, check. 59.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Brian Burns in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. from the right hash. This from 48. And this one is right down the middle. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them. Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Newton. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them. Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few. Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Then he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl. Break it down, Coach. Break it down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter. You can sense and you can see the momentum.
because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They come up in an offset eye. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
Let's go. Whip. Watch the whip. Hey! 3. Check 15.
Again, McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Mike 54. He don't know no better. Check 3. Deuce. Hey! Switch. Bang. Watch the safety creep. Check 90. 20. Check 99. Big edge. Rush in.
McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
The Vikings take over.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike the 59. Ricky. He's coming. We got double up. Mark. Check 37.
They run. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 14 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Newton looking deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's a party now. It's a party now. First. No. Off.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Great. Mark 55. Mark. Here we go. 55 is Mike, guys. 55.
To throw again. Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready? Hey, Clifford. He's coming, double up.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An explosive 38. Yard pickup. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. Cap 2 inbounds in the NFL.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 9. Hey, Clifford. Check. Kill.
Throwing is Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harrell with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
Focus, defense, focus.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, that's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Switch.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. That's good for 28 yards. Now, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Check. Check, hot route. Hot. Check. Lucky. 20. Check 43. Switch. Fast.
Now Scarlett. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 75 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Hey!
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off play action, Newton. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Panthers 1st down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
47-yard line.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready? 180. Mike 5-4. Bandit. Ready?
On 1st down, it's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's got them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
At their own 45-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
Second and 10 at the Panthers' 38-yard line.
To Hunt. 59. They can't hang with us. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59. Hatchet. Alert 3. Wide. Alert 3.
Throwing on second down. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if finally we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers.
Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over first.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there for Carolina. 52 yards.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. 2nd down and goal. Newton back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Incomplete in the end zone. Turnover on downs.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready. 59. Mike's 59. We don't want this. Check your hot read. Get it.
Going to run with Madison again. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Well, now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Another carry now for Madison. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, They can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Jahan, 54. So we got man. Back. Two.
And what a ride it has been. NFC champs, they have punched their ticket to the biggest show in sports.
And what a way to get there, to go the entire season and then play for the right to go to the Super Bowl and the right to call themselves NFC champs. Elation has to abound.
And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I am a king of the pawn. Hop on the jet, cross the